Hi, I'm Cindy from bdancewear.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you what to do if you have a skirt that's just a little too big, how to alter it so it still keeps the same look and feel that you started with. So when you have a skirt that is too big on a girl, you'll want to decide, is it a point where she's going to possibly grow and you want to make sure and leave room? There's two different ways. One is super easy. It's not necessarily my favorite unless the costume calls for it, but it is to take the back seam, fold it in half, and then what you can do, decide how much it needs to go in, and then you'll simply sew this back piece here like that. It'll create a pleat. But that might be okay. After you sew that down, you're going to want to fold this open and then tack it into place. But that'll create this pleat in the back. So that's a really simple way, especially you could use safety pins even to do that. I'm going to show you another more permanent way that you can always take it out. I'm going to show you to put some elastic in it. If the skirt calls for it's a wide band where you can feed elastic right through, then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and go in here. And you're going to clip open this seam. Just cut the threads because then you can go back and stitch them. And then just clip them all the way through. Now, in this case, I felt like everything fit her very well except for the band was just a little too loose. So when she danced, it wanted to slide down. In that case, you don't want to put a pleat in the back. That would only be if it's extra, extra large. So we're going to put the elastic through here. And we're going to feed it through. And you just keep feeding it all the way through. And then hold on to the elastic there and pull it. It works a lot easier with a safety pin or something like that. I'll show you another trick. If you have the elastic long enough that you can cut some of it off, you can tie a knot with it. And then it gives you something really easy to grip on as you pull it through. And then you just use your thumb and keep pushing it like you would if it's a safety pin. And keep going through. I like to go a little bit at a time and then pull the elastic through. And that way it doesn't get all caught up on itself. And then keep going. Now, something really important to remember if you're doing it this way is the elastic twists sometimes. So before you sew the elastic together, you want to make sure that it is flat so that you're not going to end up with some big lumps in the waistband. Now, this one only works if you can actually feed elastic through. And you want to be careful too. Don't pull this piece of elastic all the way through because then you have to go back and try and feed it back through the other direction. And just when you get to the very end, just get that piece and there we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and untie the knot. I didn't have it quite long enough to do it that way, so I'm just going to untie it and I'm going to pin this together. Now before I sew, I'm going to go ahead and pull this, making sure that it's laying flat inside all the way around. Okay, it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew the elastic together. You want to really make sure this is strong. So I'm going to go back and forth, zigzagging. And then the last one here. And go back and forth, make it really strong. Okay. Now see how it's sewn really well. If there's any piece that pops up the corner, make sure and clip it. You don't want it laying funny inside there. And then before you sew it together, go ahead and pull this taut and make sure everything is indeed laying flat. Now what you're going to want to do, you can either hand stitch this closed or you can go and cross it over like this and pin it shut. Now if you do it this way, you're sewing the elastic into it so the elastic doesn't roll when the girl puts it on. And so then you're just going to straight stitch. You can zigzag if you like. Now I'm doing it so you'll see it in white, going up and down. So we just made a seam like that, right equal with the back seam. So there you go. There's how to make a skirt just a little bit smaller so that it fits if it's a little too big. Okay, thank you for watching our video. And if you enjoyed it, make sure and click here to subscribe because we're going to have some amazing DIY videos coming out. And if you want to get our free complete dance costume DIY guide, click right here or go to bdancewear.com/DIY guide. And lastly, if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching our video. And remember, be original, be colorful, bdancewear.com.